This takeover will do nothing but hurt our children.
A coalition of parents, teachers, and trustees are pushing back on the province's decision to take over 4 Ontario school boards, including the Toronto District School Board and the Toronto Catholic District School Board.
I feel hurt and disappointed to see the struggle and the parents that we go through every day.
On the last day of school, the Education Minister announced that the province would send supervisors into the TDSB, the TCDSB, the Ottawa Carleton District School Board, and the Dufferin Peel Catholic School Board. Minister Paul Calandra said the move was recommended following financial investigations of the boards that showed growing deficits and ongoing mismanagement.
Things are changing. Put students first, put teachers first. Let's get the resources back into the classroom.
The decision means elected school trustees have been sidelined and locked out of bigger decision-making.
This is an attack just on public education, but also on local democracy.
Those protesting the government's decision say the problem isn't financial mismanagement, it's underfunding.
If Ford really wanted to have teachers do what they needed in classrooms, then he'd put his money where his mouth is.
Last year, the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives found that Ontario's core education funding has dropped by $1,500 per student since 2018, something the government has disputed.
And we will not stand by as a teacher union while the government scapegoats school boards for a crisis that they alone created.
The Fund Our Schools coalition says school boards shouldn't have to defund things like pools, outdoor education, special needs education, music, or after-school programs.
We feel these are parts of an educational experience that every child should have, especially children who don't have access to these programming outside their school.
In a statement, Minister Calandra wrote, third-party investigators confirmed what parents already see. These boards have been incapable of managing the historic education funding that we continue to provide. That's why we've stepped in. Some analysts say the underlying tensions between the boards and the province are about competing visions of how schools should operate.
And the province has a vision of a back to basics approach that's focused on, reading, writing, math, things of that nature. I think this is a critical point in deciding whether schools are going to be increasingly run by the provincial government or whether local communities in Ontario are going to be able to continue to have a voice in the way their schools are run.
Despite the many concerns here, some members of the coalition say they're hoping all the stakeholders and the province can come together to find a solution, ideally before school is back in session. Britnei, CBC News, Toronto.